afternoon, everyone. I'm GoLocal Live contributor Chelsea Gay here in the Navigant Credit Union Broadcast Center with our weekly lifestyle segment of what is happening in Rhode Island. And our first guest today is Nicole Romano. Nicole, thank you so much for joining us. Rhode Island-based jewelry designer, RISD grad, brought us some awesome stuff to share and also awesome news to share. And so we started our show a little early today because Nicole is running off to New York for her capsule fall-winter collection debut. Yes. So thank you for coming. We're happy we're happy to start early for you because this stuff is awesome. We definitely want to show it off.
Thank you.
So you just had your debut, another debut on Home Shopping Network, which is awesome.
Yes.
So tell us about how that happened and how this collection came to be, because it is a collection that is custom for Home Shopping Network.
Absolutely, yes. So I met with the team in New York, and they really loved my jewelry, and they wanted to have this sort of like luxe fashion jewelry element for their shoppers, but at a really great accessible price point for everybody. So we really worked very hard design-wise, creating something that still had the like oomph of the Nicole Romano jewelry collection, but at an amazing price point. So it was a lot of working from scratch and making sure every little detail was thought out, so it really still embodied the signature feel of the brand.
Yeah, accessible, really awesome high fashion jewelry, I think, which is sort of what HSN prides themselves on too, is being accessible to all, because they're really a network for everybody at that point. So tell us about the price points of the product and sort of your inspiration for the line, what the name of it is, kind of what you were going for with this.
Yeah, absolutely. So this collection is inspired by tropical plant life.
Because it's really cold right now.
It just makes me feel warm talking about it. And so I was just in my travels inspired by colors and textures and patterns that I saw and were inspired by. And you can see a lot of that in the details of the pieces, especially the Tilly earring, which I'm wearing.
And
these
are beautiful.
I think it might be my favorite.
Yeah, it's like a fan style.
Yes, and it's super easy to wear. It has this like waved palm leaf detail that's like really catches the light, and these crystal like ombre colorations that you can see throughout the collection. This bracelet is like a blossom. It just reminds me of like a blossom. And we have these like geometric earrings.
Beautiful.
These are 2-in-1, so they detach.
Oh, that's
and you
awesome.
Can have
you can wear
stud,
just the stud,
or you can have a dangle. So you can kind of throw them in your handbag, call it a day, and just have like your like
2-in-1
happy hour earrings or whatever.
Well, that's a great vacation earring, because when you're packing, you can have you're wearing two different things. That's amazing.
Absolutely. So the prices range from $49 up to $129.
Okay.
For this collection, and again, we did not cut any corners. There's beautiful stones. We use mother of pearl. It was really important for me to have all of the quality and the details in the collection at a lower price, but keep maintaining all of those elements.
Okay, I love this large piece here too, like the pendant.
Yes,
the pendant piece. That's really amazing. What is this stone in the center?
So this is actually, this is why I'm here talking about why I love Rhode Island and manufacturing and the history here. This stone was found here. It's from the 1950s.
Wow.
And it was literally found here in Rhode Island. It's one of the things that I just love about manufacturing here is these treasures that you find, and it's really what also inspires me.
And you were able to reproduce this in all of these.
This is the vintage stone.
Wow.
Yes.
So that is it.
It is limited, and it once the stone is gone, it's gone. So
wow, that's amazing. Like a treasure trove here.
Yes, it is. And there's like a story in each piece. And
that's amazing.
Yeah.
And so you have a showroom in New York. You have a big connection to New York, but you manufacture here.
Yes.
And so tell us about why that is. Well, I mean, you went to RISD, you're from Rhode Island, but you probably could move things. Some people move them overseas in New York while you're there anyway. I mean, why Rhode Island?
So, as you know, I'm from Rhode Island. So I grew up, with my family generations back, being involved and working in the jewelry industry, the historical jewelry industry that we have here. And so I always grew up just always seeing jewelry and stones, and just my grandmother's it was just so inspiring to me that it just sort of fueled, my bond to the history here.
Yeah.
And it's a very big part of the essence of my brand, and why it looks like has like a story behind it, or why it maybe has like more character than like just your average piece of jewelry, because there's like so much behind it. And like I just mentioned with the stone, like that's from here.
Yeah.
It's from me, just like finding things that really like
in your
move
blood.
me. Yes, it is. It is.
Well, I love this story. So you went to RISD for apparel design. That's where you kind of thought you'd be. You interned with Nicole Miller, huge fashion designer, but you ended up in jewelry. So why is that? How did you get here from clothing design?
So I started my business in women's wear, and that's what my degree was for at RISD. I started my own business, and then just really organically I started introducing jewelry just for fun into my collection. So the stores I was selling to were then buying the collection as well to go along with the dresses or whatnot.
Yeah.
And I had a shop. I opened a shop at in the Plaza Hotel in New York in 2010. And that was where I could really like showcase all this jewelry I was designing and experimenting with. And then it just really was an organic arrival of the jewelry with the
I think
company.
that's an interesting way that a lot of people find success. Is it's just something you like that you're doing on the side, and you're not even sure what you want to do with it, but then that's really the thing that takes off.
Yeah, it was great.
So what's the most exciting place that you've seen your jewelry, or what excites you the most about, was there a place that, like a magazine or a show or something that you're just super proud of that your jewelry's been featured on?
Oh, there's so many amazing like stories and memories of like in the very beginning of my career, how I was just surprised with who was wearing it. Or a funny story was I was selling to a store called Intermix, and
just a little store called
Intermix. And they had these necklaces that had like this whipped silver chain around them. And I was at a hair salon, and I was in the waiting room flipping through some magazine. And Jessica Simpson had the necklace on.
Wow.
And she was like walking out of the Ivy in LA with the necklace. And I'm like, oh, that's my necklace.
I made that.
Let me just check. They're like, I checked with the store. They're like, oh yeah, she came in here. She shopped. She got a necklace. So I was like, okay. It was just,
oh my gosh.
Thank God I flipped through the magazine and saw that.
I know. That must be an incredible feeling.
It was a really cool feeling.
Yeah. But that's obviously not why you do it, but it's a great perk. It's to have people
to see who wears
designs.
it, to see who covets the pieces. And
so, after designing for so long, I mean, it's been kind of a long time for you, not crazy long, since what, 2001 or 2 that you've been designing?
Well, I started, the jewelry, like, kicked off kind of when I had my shop at the Plaza. So I would say, like, that was 2010.
2010, okay. And so with all the kind of collections that you come out with and all the products you make, where do you find inspiration for the next sort of fresh line? Where do you go to kind of reconnect with the products and come up with something new and fresh?
So for inspiration, it's sometimes it's just me like playing around with materials. Like sometimes the materials themselves inspire me to make certain styles. Other times, like it might be a place I visited, or for example, like this tropical collection. It could be a place I've traveled to, or it could just be like a story, or it could be. I mean, I did a collection on Italian desserts, the colors in these desserts. So it's just it literally can be anything. It just sort of like it hits me when it hits me, and I guess that's how it works.
And what do you hope, when someone wears a piece, or just when someone wears jewelry in general? I mean, what do you hope that sort of evokes in a person, or why is jewelry so important? Designing it, wearing it. I mean, what's the purpose of it really?
Jewelry, I feel, is really an expression of somebody's personality. I feel like you can see like all of the different shapes and sizes of the pieces. There's really, I think they're very like representative of the person's personality. You might be like more edgy, so you might have something a little more like geometrical and sharp. Or you might just want that little something to add to the outfit in a smaller size. So it's really, I think it's a very personal decision. And it reflects like the energy, the attitude, the person who's wearing it, and it also like feel like putting something on and feeling like, oh, I feel good in this, like the tassels swing and kind of brings you to life a little bit, So I think things, whatever they are, can make you really feel like that. If it feels like a it's part of your expression,
Yeah.
your attitude, your personality. You're kind of like, yeah.
Putting it out there.
Yeah.
Well, I also think, statement jewelry like this, it's sort of a conversation starter too when you wear something like this and someone says, I love that, where did you get it? And
Absolutely.
It helps kind of connect people that may
Yeah.
otherwise not talk to each other. So that's pretty neat. When you wear something like, I'm sure this necklace, you're going to get a lot of comments on
Yes.
what is that, where did you get it, and what's
Yes,
it made out of.
I can pretty much guarantee that will happen.
Yeah, that one specifically. That's a big piece. I love it. That's awesome.
Thank you.
So this is the line for HSN, and you can still
Yes.
buy it
Yes,
on the
online.
Home Shopping Network website. If you search Nicole Romano, or if you just search Nicole Romano HSN, you can find all of these and still buy them. But you are actually debuting this weekend in New York your fall-winter line, which I know we don't have here, but if you could kind of explain it
Yeah.
in a little, not a few words, but a few sentences, kind of your inspiration behind that line and what it is.
Absolutely. So again, it's really a layering of materials. So, I used it. There are some pops of color, but it's really kind of about the metalwork, and it's silver and gold pieces. I am a gold person, so I favor that. Although everything's custom made, so we do all the styles in either color. But it's really about kind of the metalwork and the details of that, and you see a lot of layered textures.
Yep.
So a lot of kind of of this sort of radiating shape that you do see a little bit here and here as well.
And I saw a lot of really nice. It's a great color palette too, like a lot of deeper kind of maroons, and I saw a couple things that were really, really pretty and sort of in with the color palette now, which is nice. And so, where is that show happening? In case anybody's in New York this weekend.
Yes, it is at Pier 94.
Okay.
Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. I will be there all day, and it's a really amazing space, and we just set up shop there. We just have the whole collection.
Excellent.
On
Available
display.
for purchase. And where else, if you're not able to get to New York, is there anywhere else people can buy your fall-winter collection in the area?
Yeah, absolutely. So Barrington Books in Garden City has the collection, as
Awesome.
well as Christina Richards in Newport.
Great. So both ends of the state. You can,
Yes, we
you
got it
can
covered.
stop and grab it.
Yes.
And Nicole also very nicely let me know that if there are any viewers that have, or them themselves or their children are interested in fashion or jewelry design, that they can actually shadow her in New York this weekend for the show.
Yes.
People can, I guess, add you on Facebook to do that.
Yeah, just message me.
Yeah, or
I'd
the
love to
next
have
one.
you.
I mean, I know
Yeah.
she's always open to doing this if there's anybody that's interested in kind of seeing how this process works.
Absolutely.
She's a great resource for that. So if you want to
Thank
get
you.
your start in fashion, you heard it here.
Yes.
Unfortunately, I hope you don't get inundated. But
That's okay.
I mentioned that. And so after fall, winter, I mean, what's next for you? Are you already kind of thinking spring? I mean, I know you always have to be 10 steps ahead.
Yes.
So what's kind of new and exciting for you? You've got
Absolutely.
another HSN on March
Yes.
7th, tentatively.
Yes. So I'll be going back next month, which with the same collection.
Yep.
I'm really excited about that.
Great.
And I'm also doing this collaboration with a company that's based in Boston called Cerverde. It's espadrilles. They're made in Spain.
Wow.
So we're doing this collaboration where we're having basically jewelry kind of put on the shoe.
Oh, that's amazing.
So, I'm working with the espadrilles. I'm like, okay, I can't wait to wear these in the warm weather.
Yeah.
When is it coming? But it's really cool because we have some just all different types of ornaments we're putting on the classic espadrille.
Great. Are they
flat.
interchangeable, or is this going to be
We have one that clips on, but most of them are made within the shoe, part of the
Awesome.
leather.
And where can you get those?
So they'll be on her website,
Okay.
Cerverde shoes.
Okay.
And
That sounds incredible.
we'll be we'll probably have them in some of the boutiques that we both sell to locally.
Great.
She's based in New England as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so if people want to stay tuned on what's next for you, what's the best way for them to do that? Instagram, Facebook? How can people kind of follow you to see what you're up to?
Definitely Instagram and Facebook, I would say.
And we'll put your Facebook name in our little write-up so that people can check you out, because you're doing so many exciting things. It's hard to keep up. Thank you for coming with us.
Thank
I know
you
you're
for having
super
me.
busy, and good luck in New York this weekend.
Thank you so much.
I know it will be amazing. Make sure to post lots of
you.
pictures so
I will.
we can check it out. And if you want to check out this collection, you can go on the Home Shopping Network and search Nicole Romano just to see what she's got on there. There's a couple of things that aren't here, so you brought us most of it, but there are a few more things. And then she'll be back on March 7th, tentatively, we think, right?
Mhm.
So,
Yep.
and if you want to follow her on Facebook or Instagram, you can confirm that date.
Absolutely.
So you can watch her in person. It'll be just as exciting as this.
Oh, thank you. Yes, exactly.
Well, thank you, Nicole, for coming
Thank you.
on with us. We'll be right
Thank you
back,
so
guys.
much.
We are going to talk to the owners of Green Line Apothecary in Wakefield. They're opening up a brand new store in Providence, and we're going to hear about that next.